Here in Dixon was a large developmental center. However, in 1982, then Governor Jim Thompson decided that he would close what was then known as the Dixon Developmental Center. He would move all the residents to other facilities around the state, with the exception of approximately 112. Not only the developmentally disabled, but those who were sensory impaired, the deaf and blind. And he brought in a group of architects to design a facility to house those particular residents. The result was the Mabley Center, not a large building, but a campus which housed 7 buildings, and which the residents would be able to move into and have all the freedom and movement, giving them the benefit of many things to learn and to do.
My brother Bernie was an original resident of Mabley when it was built and opened in 1987. Prior to that, he had been placed in many private institutions and state-operated developmental centers that could not meet his needs. He is profoundly retarded, autistic, deaf, and also has a pica appetite. A pica appetite is a syndrome where individuals continually eat very dangerous things. Cleaning solutions, dirt, bark, wood. It's very difficult to supervise those individuals. The staff at Mabley do not consider this a job. It is certainly a career and a profession, but I would say it's more of a calling.
My son has cerebral palsy, developmental disabilities, and physical disabilities at the severe and profound range. Jack Mabley Center is where he needs to be. It is his second family, actually probably his first family. He has gone from severe and profound multiple behaviors to a behavior program that was written for him that has gotten him off several of his medications. He's more active. His behaviors have improved 150%.
I have 2 boys that live at the Jack Mabley Center. Bob, who is 42, but functions at the age of 6. Michael, who is 39 and functions at the age of 3. Mabley Center has been wonderful for both of my boys. They have grown and become more social. Their skills have improved. They need somewhere where they could have the freedom to go as they please, to take a walk, to ride a bike, to be able to visit their friends. This is what they can do at Mabley.
My son Johnny is profoundly deaf. He is retarded, autistic, and has severe behavior problems. Our history began with the Mabley Center when 20-some years ago, John was expelled from a facility in Chicago. Thank goodness a social worker came along and suggested I come out and visit Mabley. And as soon as I saw it, I knew it was the right place for John. There is a golf range right next door to Mabley. On the other side is the park where they can take them sometimes to go and fly kites. These people are not institutionalized at all. One of the main services that is so important for him is that the staff have these incredible skills of fluent sign language and Braille. These residents need these skills 24 hours a day. And if they don't have these services, their behaviors regress. And then you see these terrible problems such as head banging, hitting, self-mutilation, things like that.
The Lions Club was most interested, particularly in the blind. And what they did is they had a trailing fence all around the campus. Those individuals who were blind could move around and find their way and have the freedom of the campus.
My sister Dawn is deaf, autistic, and cognitively disabled. Mabley has been a lifesaver for my sister. The staff is amazing. They care about Dawn, and I see the same staff people year after year. Dawn is able to compete in Special Olympics, and she enjoys it a great deal. She's very happy doing it. Also, Dawn is able to come home for visits. She's able to stay the weekend, and we have a really good time together with her. But when it's time to go home, she'll say home, and by home she means Mabley.
Bob's a social person. He likes to be out in the community talking to people. When he lived with a community provider, he wasn't able to do that because he became misunderstood when he did leave the home. At Mabley, this doesn't happen. And it's not that they don't have their opportunity to go into the community. Michael gets to go swimming. He loves to swim. He is taken to the YMCA twice a week. Bobby loves to go out to eat and go to movies.
My son is quite the social butterfly and has been everywhere from Chicago Bears games to Chicago Cubs games to hockey games.
When he goes into the community, people know him and they say, "Hi, John, how are you today?" It is truly a community setting.
My younger brother, Danny, operates on the level of about a 4-year-old child. He's innocent, he's smiling, he loves to shake hands, give you a hug and a kiss. Daniel participates in an off-site workshop program. He's very excited. He likes getting up in the morning, getting ready, getting dressed, but it truly is a way for Danny to express his social nature. The staff have taken the measures to create an on-site workshop, which has even a higher level of supervision and allows those with more profound difficulties and behavior problems to still have an experience of work. They earn funds that they pay for their own things. Because Bernie is such a productive worker, he is able to buy his own recliner chair every year because he wears it out. He rocks back and forth so much. They take him shopping to choose his chair, and the way they know which chair that Bernie likes, he sits in a number of them, and when he starts to smile and clap his hands, that is the chair he has chosen.
My daughter was developmentally disabled, but also sensory impaired. She couldn't speak or hear. She found a real home at the Mabley Center. She was happy there and she made friends there. And I think we sometimes forget that it's not us that we have to please or worry about. It's really about our residents.
This is not about dollars and cents. This is about taking care of individuals who cannot take care of themselves. These are the most vulnerable of our citizens, and it's time for everybody to step up.
I'm very afraid for my sister. I know she's happy at Mabley and that is her home. If she has to go to a typical group home setting, I am almost sure, first of all, they won't take her. And second of all, if they do, they will kick her out. My sister has a right to be happy. She didn't ask to be disabled. She didn't ask to have all these problems. And she's happy where she's at.
They tried community placement with Danny because he is so social. He wandered out of his community home into a neighbor's home, and the neighbor pulled a gun on him. And when the police came, the neighbor said, "The next time it happens, I'll shoot him." This is not only a safe place, but it personifies the meaning of a developmental center.
If this is taken away, I will never be able to have the confidence to know that my guys are really taken care of. We need to know that our individuals are being cared for, that when we're not here, they have a safe place to be, their home, and Mabley is their home.
Mabley is unique. Mabley is a community. Mabley is a neighborhood. Mabley is a sign of how the future should go in dealing with the developmentally disabled. Not all sizes fit in one box, and Mabley has demonstrated they are able to develop a program where people who have developmental disabilities can come and find a sense of camaraderie and a sense of doing something which meets their needs and which will give them a useful life.